Welcome back to KPM. I'm Jesse, and with me is Gino.
How you doing today?
And we're really excited to tell you guys about the machine that's standing right in front of us here. This is the Scag Aerstorm. Before we jump into that, I just want to talk a little bit about where we are and what's happening and stuff. It's early spring here in northern New Jersey. And early spring is the right time to be talking about this machine, isn't it?
That's correct. Actually, you have a couple of seasons through the year, but the spring season is the most common. And then the second most common is going to be your fall season.
For when a landscaper would need to use a machine
When
like
you would
this.
be actually aerating the lawns, correct.
So one of the things that when we talk to landscapers, we're surprised about is not all landscapers are involved in aeration or lawn renovation. Is that true?
That is true, Jesse. So I would really break most landscapers or professional property managers down into one of three categories. You're already doing aeration and using a stand-on aerator, which is by far more efficient and allows you to achieve a level of profitability that you just simply can't achieve with the smaller units. The second category would be the landscapers that are using the smaller units. These are typically going to be a 21-inch, something of a walk-behind, self-propelled nature, requires a lot of muscle from the person using it, as anybody that's watching the video is well aware of. And then we have the category of landscapers that simply aren't offering aeration. They're basically focused more on grass cutting or some of the other things that they're doing, and they've never really taken a look at the profitable results that not only would their business receive, but also the better product that their end users would get the benefit of.
And we've talked about how those landscapers who fall into that third category kind of handle providing the service to their customers. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, in the event that they're not presently doing aeration, there are some smaller landscapers or landscapers that are focused that will actually sub out certain aspects of their business. And we talked about that as we went over the turf storm, which was something that Scag came out with about 1.5 years, 2 years ago that we've been doing phenomenal with. It added another layer, and it gives the landscaper the ability to be a complete property manager so that they're never being at risk of hearing from the property owner about poor service that maybe a subcontractor delivered. They also have the ability to control the timeline and to actually make sure that they're getting the best results. So the Aerstorm really fits in that renovation category, which Scag is super excited to be able to offer. A couple of years ago, we brought the windstorm out. That actually has multiple uses year-round. The turf storm came out, sure. And now we have the stand-on aerator. And it's not the last of the product offerings. There's more to come, and we're going to see that at GIEA 2023. So stay tuned for that. But for today, the aeration that we have here today, Scag took a lot of time and effort before they brought this machine out, and in the next section we're going to go over a walk around for you. But they really paid attention to making a good solid machine that would fit right in the lineup. By the way, it's a 6-point count for any of your landscapers out there. So the advantage to that is, as we know, 12 points gets you fleet. So a single mower and an Aerstorm, a windstorm and an Aerstorm, a turf storm and an Aerstorm, and it's going to immediately raise you to a Scag fleet customer level.
That's where I was going to go before. Gino is obviously our expert on this machine, and we're going to jump into those specifics. I can tell he's ready to go here. But before we do, we just wanted to bring up that important point that if you are a landscaper who is either using a less efficient piece of equipment to do this service, or not using this type of equipment at all, or maybe renting this piece of equipment, this is a great way to potentially lock in a fleet savings with your Scag dealer, because it's 6 points. So that's something you should ask your Scag dealer about the next time that you're in.